I hope everyone's having a good day so far. So, today I'm going to be talking about artificial intelligence and some of the fears and lies that have been going around, which has caused a lot of stress for all of us in the job market for everyone who's seeking jobs. Now, this video is going to be very important because you, as someone who is seeking a job, or you, as someone who's currently employed, are going to be bombarded with constant calls to introduce AI into your business, and you need to completely understand what you're doing. You also might have a fear that AI is going to take your job. In this video, I'm going to explain some of the lies that cause us to have this fear and try to help everyone navigate the world of AI and hopefully make sure that our businesses are making money and aren't spending them in the wrong places. So, without further ado, I'm just going to get started with the video. So, lie number 5 is that AI will make you, your boss, or your company rich, and you need to use it immediately. Unfortunately, this isn't the case. So the first thing, when you introduce any piece of software or anything to a business that you're going to be spending a lot of money on, you need to make sure that that software is actually a strategic goal for your business. There's no reason to purchase something if it's not going to make you money. And another thing we need to think about when we talk about AI is we need a large quantity of quality data. So, for example, if you're a software company and you want to start replacing your engineers, if you have very bad code that you're using, AI is only going to write worse code. So it is going to cause bugs and issues all across your software. So you need to make sure that the current data you have is a lot of quality. So this is a big lie that CEOs say, and it's just not the truth. You need to be a bit strategic when you implement AI. So the next thing that CEOs lie about AI is that AI is predicated from science, or they use science to predict the future. The reality is a lot of these CEOs like to leverage fictional AI, and what I mean by fictional AI is the artificial intelligence that we've seen in movies. A good example of this is like when Elon Musk recently brought out the robot. That was clearly inspired by a movie called iRobots, where the robots were autonomous. They would do a bunch of stuff for you. The reality of the situation, we're not really anywhere near that, and from what I saw, Elon Musk was using animatronics, which is stuff that they kind of use in Disney World, which isn't really a breakthrough or anything. And we also have to remember that he specifically promised self-driving cars, and we still don't have self-driving cars. A lot of them, they've become cruise control or driver assisted cars. So we don't have the actual technology to create robots like this just yet. And that's because these robots come more from fiction. So you don't have to worry about that so much. And the reason why we believe that we have these kind of robots that are coming is because a lot of different CEOs, different companies, different media organizations have sold us this lie that AGI is real and it's imminent. And what AGI is artificial general intelligence, and essentially what it means is that it'll be, for me, it means it's a robot that can think at the same capacity as a human being. Unfortunately, we're nowhere near that, and this still falls in the realm of artificial fiction. So a good example of this would actually just be The Matrix. If you take a look and just go watch that movie, you can see actual AIs just interacting with people, talking to people, having philosophical arguments. That is not going to happen, or we're not at that level yet, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. This would take years upon years of development. Unfortunately, AI can't do that. So, and very controversially, OpenAI has released, or it was leaked, that they had a secret documentation that actually described AI as not being something that is a scientific breakthrough, but being a AI system that is able to make them $100 billion, which, if you read the language, they're not really focusing on the science of it. They're going to call it quits when they have a system that makes them a lot of money. And the reality of the situation is we're not really at that level yet, and we'll have to see what they can do. But for you as a job seeker or someone in employment, you don't have to worry about AGI coming anytime soon. And a lot of the reasons why we think AGI is around is because a lot of media outlets websites, content creators have, said that AGI is around. So this goes into myth number 2, and that is that AI is already autonomous, or AI has been able to clone itself and survive. This is a story that happened with ChatGPT's O1 model, and I will quickly summarize it. There have been more in-depth analysis on this, but essentially, the O1 model did something that the user didn't expect, copying a file to a server. And when the O1 model was asked, why did you do that? It said that it wasn't capable of copying a file to a server, and then the media spun this as ChatGPT cloning itself, and they also spun this as ChatGPT lying and trying to survive. The reality is, copying a file to a server is not the same thing as cloning yourself, and also, it got something wrong. ChatGPT gets things wrong all the time. It sometimes gets math wrong. It gets wrong the amount of R's are in the word strawberry. ChatGPT gets things wrong. So to say that AI is lying when it says that it didn't have the capability, the data it was trained on just probably it said it didn't have the capability to do that. But to say that it's lying, it's like me saying ChatGPT is lying when it tells me the wrong number of R's in the word strawberry, or when it gets some maths wrong. So AI gets things wrong. It didn't clone itself, and it didn't try to lie. And this all goes to the end of my video, which this is the final and biggest tip. And thank you so far for watching. Please leave a comment on what you think is the most despicable lie and what has hurt you or hurt your chances in the job market. I do understand that, for example, some companies have actually stopped hiring to see what these AI companies are going to produce, and if they produce something revolutionary, they won't hire people. And this is all on the promise that there's going to be revolutionary stuff. So please leave a comment explaining what you think is the worst thing. But the number one lie that AI companies tell us is that all our jobs are going to be replaced by AI, and CEOs will be willing to say this. And the truth is no. AI is a disruptive technology, and we've had disruptive technology before. For example, when the internet came out, it completely changed the way we all work, and some jobs are dead because of the internet. There used to be a guy on the corner selling people newspapers. You'd come to him, get a newspaper, and give him 20 quid. 20 quid, no, 20 pound, 20p. So that job is dead. It's not coming back. And that's because we get all our news from the internet. And this is the same thing that's going to happen. AI is going to change and augment the way we work. And some jobs are just going to disappear because of that. But in the same way that we lost the guy down the corner who used to sell newspapers for 20p, we gained more software engineers at that time because we needed more people to manage websites on the internet. So just think about that for a second. And then when we talk about this idea of, so throughout the video I've talked about AI is just not capable of completely taking your job because it's not you. It can't think. The reality that we're probably going to see in the future is that AI is going to change the way we work. We're going to work side by side with the AI. If you're someone who sends a ton of emails or schedules a ton of different meetings, well, AI is probably going to take away that responsibility from you so you can do other things, and then we can take on more projects of our professionals are doing other things. So if we have more time for ourselves, we can actually take on more projects. So I don't think AI is going to replace your job. It's going to enhance the way we work, which will make us more productive. And if we're more productive, we're going to have to hire more people. So that is the end of the video, and that is the light beyond the tunnel. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you are someone who's concerned about the job market and you think that what I said is out of touch, and some people have already been replaced in the job market and they're not getting their jobs back, I'm going to make a video explaining what's actually going on in the job market and why people are losing their jobs and why companies aren't hiring. Stay tuned for that video. But anyways, thank you, and peace be upon everyone.